Hi, welcome to CSE101 Introduction to Computer Science. My name is Samin Azhan, and I'll be your instructor for this lecture. Now, before we dive into it, I want you to think about something. The smartphone that you have in your hands is over 2,200 times faster and contains over 3 million times more memory storage than NASA's Apollo 11 guidance computer. That computer was used to launch a spacecraft to make history and make man land on the moon for the first time back in 1969. And today, you have a device that is over 2,200 times faster in the palm of your hands. That's how much technology has improved over the past decades. Today, computers are the lifeblood of our planet. In fact, if all the computers were to turn off all at once, the power grid would shut down, cars would crash, planes will fall, the power plant system would stop, the stock market would freeze, trucks wouldn't know where to deliver food, employees won't get their salaries, and the whole world would start to burn. Okay, maybe not the last one, but the whole world will come to a standstill. And that is how much we humans are dependent on our own creation, the computer. But when we say a computer, what do we really mean? If we give an informal definition of a computer, it's a device that takes data from the user or any other device. It computes or manipulates the data by following a set of instructions known as programs, and it provides the user an output. Now, to give you an example, when you type www.youtube.com on your web browser, that's one kind of an input. And after taking that input, the computer processes some data and then gives you an output by showing you youtube.com. No matter what you do in a computer, this happens every time. You want to listen to music. You click on an audio file. That's one kind of an input. And the computer processes some data and outputs the music. Now, based on this definition, I want you to look around and think about the devices you see every day. How many of them can be considered as a computer? Can your microwave be considered as a computer? What about a washing machine? I want you to think about this, and we'll have a discussion during our class time. Now, can we define what computer science is? Computer science is the study of processes that interact with data and that can be represented as data in the form of programs. Now, what this essentially means is computer science is the study of data, computing, and computers. But that could mean a lot of things. In fact, if we look at the branches of computer science, it consists of software engineering, graphics and visual computing, networking and communications, and a whole lot more. We can pretty much get the idea that computer science is a pretty big thing and it affects our everyday lives. If we even consider the existing situation as an example, the time of me recording this video, the world is under a pandemic due to the coronavirus. Our cities are locked down and we are supposed to maintain social distancing. Now, how are we supposed to get food and other necessary things? Our best option is using different e-commerce platforms to order things online. Now, these platforms didn't get created by themselves. There were hundreds of software engineers, network administrators, testers, and many other people who made all this possible. In fact, this video lecture can also be an example. Even during a pandemic, while sitting at home, we're not allowing our education to stop. And computer science is making all of this possible. Now, if looking at all of these branches is making you nervous, there's no need to panic. To study computer science, you don't need to be an expert in all of these branches. In fact, Software engineers might not know much about transistor logic, and graphics and visual computing experts may not care much about security. We're all just doing our parts, and our combined contribution is making everything possible. All of this is under the umbrella of computer science. So why is computer science important? Today, computers are used in almost every aspect of our lives, starting from agriculture, healthcare, industry automation, global telecommunication, security and law, finance and banking, information and resource management systems, all the way to self-driving vehicles and virtual reality. In fact, a more difficult question would be to figure out a few aspects in our lives that are completely not affected by computer science. I want you to pause the video right now and note down 3 to 4 areas where you think computer science is completely not affected. We can have a discussion on this during the class time. Now, as computers are less prone to make mistakes, they will soon start to replace humans. We humans need food to function properly. We need lunch breaks during our work. We need entertainment. We need sleep. But a computer can run 24/7 for months. As a result, computers are starting to replace humans in different work areas. Think of an ATM. Would you rather stand in line than fill out forms and talk to a banker and finally get the money you want? Or do you want to use a card and use a computer to get it right away? Similarly, in many countries, cashiers are being replaced by computers. We see self-driving cars now, so drivers are being replaced by computers. Computers using their enhanced computing skills, accidents are less likely to happen. Now, ATMs, self-driving cars, these aren't going to build themselves. That's why we need programmers, software engineers, computer scientists. And this is why the demand of computer science will keep increasing. This reminds me of a little incident that happened a few days ago. One of my friends is doing a master's in finance in Canada at the moment, and she reached out to me a few days ago saying that if I could teach her Python, which is a programming language. I was a little concerned. Why do you want to learn Python? You're in finance. And she said that if I have some kind of programming knowledge, it'd be easier for me to get a job here. So this is how the demand of computer science is increasing every day. And this will keep increasing because the direction in which the world is set to go requires a lot of programmers and computer scientists.